I dey off in mind.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is brunch time with Mayegun live. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, and kindly like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell everyone that Mayegun is live. This is that segment where you can actually phone in anytime. But first thing first, share the broadcast. Everyone is catching the fever of coalition announcements. And people are picking their sides. You should not let anybody who is so vested in this Nigeria's politics or the politics of the year 2027. Do not let them lie to you that they are neutral. But here is for me to do my best to point out some of the obvious things. Very much obvious things that people possibly are not paying attention to, but significant. Facebook. In the scheme of things, with the writer of this broadcast, we will be focusing on what they are saying and who is saying what. A lot of people are pretty much interested in this coalition for two reasons. Number one, it is good that the opposition will be coming together to get rid of the APC, even if some of them are indeed criminals. But they will support it if Peter Obi is given the ticket. Others are in on it because somehow, the brains behind the coalition are mostly from northern Nigeria. And in that sense, there are those from that part of the country and their supporters from the southern part of Nigeria who are doing this coalition talk and interest and all that because of Atifku. Now, everyone's got their own interest. But there is an Amaechi, the guy that did everything to be in the good book of the same northern people when Bukwari was in power. Amaechi did a lot, enough that he thought he was going to be the anointed candidate from the south. Kolu pulled a big one on them. Amaechi still came second. Now he's also in it, this coalition, also for himself too, and his own ambition. Both Obi and Amaechi agrees that if they are given the chance, in quote, if they are given the chance, they would not do more than just a single term. In the fact that this unwritten agreement of North-South sharing power, since Tifnubu is there right now from the South, so their conspiracies tend to say they won't be greedy. They will willingly give power back in 2031 to their co-conspirators, or no, their co-coalitionists in 2031. Now here, this was Amaechi yesterday. Also tonight, this morning, this afternoon. We are also going to listen a bit to what Ahmed Datti had to say about the coalition. But the highlight is that I said wherever Obi goes, wherever Obi does, it will be on the side. Now tell everybody that Mayegun today. Mayegun today. Thank you. So thank you so much for joining me. If you are tuning in this hour, this is brunch time with Mayegun. Sorry about that. Somebody complained about that sound. I'll try and fix it. I thought I did, but it seems it's not that fixed. So apologies. So last night, majority of us who were here last night when we were digging further to the reactions of the same politicians from all sides, from Tifnumbu's side, from Wirewike especially, as well as from the concerned people who have raised concerns, legit concerns about the members of this coalition. There's so much to unpack, but last night we didn't have the chance of taking calls, which means hearing your own view on the development, right? So we're going to do that this hour. But before we start, or before we get to that part, right? Amaechi is also positioning himself, right, for this coalition ADC thing. And just for your information, it seems, according to them, it seems that this ADC that they are in is possible that it is not their final destination. Because according to them, they are dealing with Tifnumbu, right? A man that they considered, very, very, politically tricky. I'll use that fancy word, politically tricky. So they had to be tricky with him too in dealing with him. So they have the plan of another party before their 2023. But their current plan is to congregate where they are now and build it, make you like it. Like in the coming weeks or months, right? You are expected to like this their ADC. Since at present, when you begin to look at the parties involved, Obi and others, right? You realize that they all have their own kind of crowd. Atifku is coming to the coalition with 6.8 million votes, allegedly. Obi is coming with 6.2. There are others too. I don't know what El Rufaya is bringing, and I don't know what Rotifmi Amaechi is bringing. But somehow, right, he is a contender. And from his own statements on TV last night with Shemo Kimbaloye, he said, like Obi also said, that if the whole arrangement was somebody to be from the South and complete, the terms for the South, sort of, right? He won't mind to hand over power back to them. So there are those who are shown concerns that if this whole thing, that the first thing that is going to scatter the whole thing is for Tifnumbu's people. This was about Atifku. And the moment Atifku becomes the candidate, and he would expect others, right, to support him, the obedient, those ones who have actually shown willingness to be part of this, they have made it clear if Obi is not going to be their candidate, they should be counted out. Now, how they're going to maneuver that area, I don't know. But here is somebody that you should also be looking at, not just Obi now, because you have Atifku, you have Obi, you have now you have Rotifmi Amaechi, in his own words.
In 2027, and you want APC packing. Other than that, how would Nigerians benefit?
Why are you being unfair to us?
Is that not the ultimate goal?
To see? No. The ultimate goal is to see a better Nigeria. I like the president.
He said nobody should vote for him in 2027 if he doesn't give power. Do you have power? You know, one thing the president must know, I don't know if he does that. Whatever you do it must not be only, it must not be available, it must be accessible. So when you say, I'll provide education, people must be able to pay for the education. If they have no money to pay, they will not provide education. If you say, okay, first and foremost, he has not provided the power, but let's even assume that he has provided the power. Any power that people can't pay for is not provided. Now, if ADC comes to government, there will be power at an affordable. When I was government, that's what I did. Affordability and accessibility. That is the common word in the cabinet. Every cabinet members know that. So we don't come out and say, okay, we are building primary school fees. No, we said free education. When I was in government as governor, free education at the primary level and free education at the secondary level. I built secondary schools that had 2 children per room, with all the infrastructure in place. All teachers were living on campus in flats of 3-4 bedrooms, shops, just like my son's school when he was in the UK. That's where I saw it. The primary school I built, I saw in Australia when I was a speaker. Now, so when you say, what will ADC do if it got into power? We clear, the first and most important thing is to provide food. You can't clear insecurity if the economy is down. I listened to the NSA and the Chief of Defense Staff, where they said the greatest cause of insecurity is poverty, is hunger. So if we are not able to provide food, then this insecurity will continue. And key to ADC and ADC government is that there will be food. There will be food. You see, it's not about the rich. The rich can provide food for themselves. But the poor must have access to those food so that they'll be able to eat. They're not asking for the best the quality of food you're eating.
Are you going to consider, for example, the balance of power?
Between who and who?
Because we're in the nation. Bola Tinubu will have spent 4 years by 2027. And Peter Obi, for example, said, I won't spend more than 1 term. Would you be considering that too?
Of
or
course.
is the ADC considering
of course.
a 1 term for a southerner?
Of course. Let me tell you why. For now, the way Nigeria is, you must keep to that agreement, unwritten agreement that says South 8 years, North 8 years. Okay, that's the question you need to ask. I led a fight against the PDP government. Why? Because there was an agreement that the current government, the government at that time must spend 4 years. And after 4 years, the government reneged. And I said, no, that would be unfair. That would be instability at its peak because the North will react. So the best thing to do is to do what? Is to support another candidate to continue the balance of power. Just like I would be among those saying to the North. No, the South must be allowed to complete their tenure. If the South is not allowed to complete their tenure, then we have made a mistake in supporting.
So if you get a ticket, you only do 1 term.
Of course.
And Nigerians can trust that.
I've told you.
You know this question.
Nigerians know that I speak my mind. Nigerians know that what I can't do, I will not say, including the minister, including the minister of aviation. They know that, including the president. The president knows that. The day the president left my house, he told everybody that came with him, if there's one person I believe in this about trip, is Amaechi. He knows. Anybody who knows me knows I'm open. If I won't do more than 4 years, I'll say that. If I will do more than 4 years, I'll say I will do more than 4 years.
God damn it. So, Sheung, oh, sorry, did Amaechi expected us, or how do I put it, like, was he expecting us to hear him say, no, I cannot be trusted, do 1 time bow? Of course he's going to say, yes, I will do it, and then speak other blah, 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 blah around it, you know? So what they are saying is that there is not going to be any form of a concession. And according to them, within themselves, they all agreed to this. They all agreed that they should come together and build the platform and then go and do primaries. Now, those who are concerned, especially, some obedient, who knows these guys very well, that they would have so much, they have so much money, right, that Peter Obi can compete with them. That if that is the case, they don't know what the arrangement is with Obi and the rest, but they've already had their sort of like, I want to believe they already have their own agreements. So the speculation then is, what if the agreement they had truly is the one they have said to the public, which is they will all come together, pull the crowds together, make you like them than that of the APC. So that once that is done, then they will do primary elections for everybody. They said it that it's going to be, I mean, El Rufai has said it. Meanwhile, some people have already been beat, like they have been like, peering them, so to say. They have been peering them, Atiku, Amaechi, Atiku, Obi, Amaechi, El Rufai, Obi, El Rufai. These are those ones I've seen so far, right? So the main concession that I think they will have will be everybody should go and support a Southerner that will serve a term, just using their kind of like talking their own language now. Everybody should go, and so Atiku will step down. Something that when you see Atiku supporters, they will look at you and just be like, you are so naive. Because listen, the obedient strongly believes that Peter Obi is the right person to lead the coalition. Everybody should be kind of like behind him. He is the sellable guy to the young Nigerians. But when you see the Atiku supporters, they will tell you that that is not how politics is played. It's not with emotion, this and that. So the Atikulutas will tell you that as president, Peter Obi is not sellable in northern Nigeria. That is their own theory. The only person that can be used to convince the North to support the ADC will be Atiku. That is their own theory. Someone will say, but that theory is flawed now. I mean, come on. Atiku didn't even win the North, per se, to say, oh, like he's got it on the lockdown. But they say, yeah, but Northern Nigeria don't want Atiku anymore. So therefore, Atiku will be their candidate. So then other people are saying that, okay, if that's the case, let them pair Atiku Obi again. So meaning, if Obi cannot be sold in the North, according to their theory, so then Atiku too cannot be sold in the South. So in that case, they should pair the two of them. Everybody said they experiment. I don't know what your own theory is, right? But Amaechi is not a pushover in all of this. Remember, there is also a Datti. Meanwhile, in all of this as well, in all of this, there are those who are very much, prominent obedience. For example, Dele Farotimi. Now, we have seen another prominent one, Aisha Yesufu. She was there. She's up for their coalition. Dele Farotimi is somebody who everyone believes that, how is he going to handle it? Well, it is not just Dele Farotimi. There are, I believe, thousands of Dele Farotimi as well. You know why they are not, I want to believe it, why they are not declaring like everyone else, as you probably would expect, and I watch them swallow the awards or eat the awards, as some people are willing to quote them. Some are saying that they are still watching the coalition thing with serious observation, with so much curiosity and all that, enough that the only reason why they would have to compromise their own principles and all that, and be part and promote their coalition will be if Peter Obi becomes their candidate. You see all these conditions. So Tifnumbu and his gang, the Ronokus and others, they are actually landmines that they want to see how they're going to manage it. Would Peter Obi transfer his supporters to whoever emerge as the intention? Because this time around, nobody should talk about, the thieves. want to come back to power in this case anymore, like it won't really hold water anymore. Because right now, Peter Obi himself is ready, or should I say, has already compromised whatever it is that, I mean, you know, the structure of criminality that he was talking about then, right? So as an obedient, right? So you may possibly continue to kind of like make yourself feel better and say, you know what, Obi